Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do a special spirit guide reading. I'm doing it today because it is February 22nd of 2022. So, a special date, and let me tell you, give you like a little heads up about what that can mean. So first of all, it's about connection. It's about relationships. It's about duality. And then you take 22. It's about expansion, harmony, intuition, but it's almost like you double that. Not almost, like you can double that. Many of you heard me talk about the Leo full moon, and I felt like that was the starting point. Well, this may be the starting point, and that's how I'm looking at this reading. This is just a starting point of what's to come. So many ways: expansion, harmony, intuition. Allow your intuition to really guide you during this time. And then 0 is about infinite possibilities. Infinite possibilities. It's a sign to remember that anything is possible. This is a time to trust in the universe as much as you can. Trust in your feelings, your gut. We don't always want to let the head roll. Sometimes we should let the heart roll. Roll. W-U-L-E. All right, let's get into the reading. Of course, I had to bring Mother Mary in for this type of reading. So we want her words of wisdom. With all these twos going on, right? Inner child. Inner child. I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care. I feel like, if like love is coming up, and by the way, it doesn't just have to mean romantic love. You could find like your best friend during this time period. This is like a portal that's opening. So this is the beginning. That's how you should look at it. If you're in a current relationship, there's the we're co-creators, right? So the other has to create alongside with us, and if both are creating the same potential, let's say, this should really be a year where you're really feeling the love in relationships. But on the other end, if it's not working and it hasn't been working, this is a time period where you're really going to feel that in your gut. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. Inner child. To me, inner child is like the foal. Very free and unencumbered. It doesn't mean I have no responsibilities. It means that I don't take the weight of the world upon my shoulders, right? I do what I can do, period. This is a time where having playful time is as important as work. You know what I mean? Like the balance of them. 22, master number 22. Some of you may have a master number 22. Life path. You're probably like, what are you talking about, Sandy? All right, guys, let's get into the tarot portion. So again, I called in my spirit guides of the light to give us whatever they want to, because it's only for our higher good. But I am looking at this date as like, again, I feel like it's a portal that's opening, so to speak, that maybe bringing in something that you don't expect, and vice versa. You know, if you're falling in love, they're falling in love. Okay, we are going to start with the Light Seers Tarot. And we're just going to go from the top. This is just the way that, I don't know, lately I feel like I'm really enjoying. And then we'll clarify with the Gilded Tarot. So, let's go ahead and begin. We have the Three of Swords. Not a great card to start with, but if I'm going to start, you know, with a negative card, I'd rather see it in the beginning, right away. We have the Empress. Interesting, 33. 33. And here we are looking at twos, and we get 33. So there may be someone who has a master number 33 here, life path again. Or you could be, I don't know, but I feel like there's a lot of strength here, first of all. You know, I do have to say, I feel like, you know, clearly I have to mention that I feel like some may have lost a mother. And if that's the case, you know, that means your mom's coming through. This feels like very gentle energy, like very gentle. Like the Empress, you know, is powerful and strong, but nurturing and loving. But now I feel like in like this gentle type energy. Some of you have been healing from this Three of Swords, whatever it may mean. When I think of threes, sometimes I think of repeats. Like, is there a pattern in that three that I just needed to look at? You know, this could be three attempts at the same thing, but nothing's changed. Nobody's changed, so how can the results be any different? The Empress wants to create something new here, something new she's giving birth to. You know, it's like her baby. And well, let's go next to her. We have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords right next to the Empress. You know, it's interesting because both of them have, all three of them, their eyes closed. And that could be speaking about each's intention, right? Like my true intention, like where I'm not, like where I'm unencumbered of what other people's expectations of what I should want, what I should birth into this world. Um, Ace of Swords makes me feel like this is very connected type energy. You know, for those of you I feel like who have lost a mom, talk to her. Like she's right there. You know, her body is gone, but her energy is not gone. And you know, I feel like, you know, she'll be right there to meet you when it's your time. But it's not your time. So I feel like now it's almost like, you know, now like all of a sudden it's like it's not your time. Understand that. So I don't want you to live like it's you who has died. You need to live because there's, you know, work for you. And I feel very connected, almost like connected to this energy. It's interesting how nurturing at first I felt this energy was, and then became very powerful within its message to you. Well, we have the world. You know, I would expect that. I would expect the world to show up. This is the next chapter. This is the next portal. You know, I can say, like, you know, someone can say to me, like, you know, Sandy, you can't tell me that my life is going to be good or this is going to happen. You know, and I can't, I guess. But like, I know that if your intention is coming through the energy of the Empress and you're feeling this connection to above, let's not forget the zero, you know, infinite possibilities. That also reminds me as above, so below in the connection, receiving. Um, what was my point? My point is, I feel like, you know, when you become in tune to this energy, I can guarantee you that your life will get better. You know what I mean? Like, how could it not? Three Swords could just be like, you know, I feel like don't cry for me, Argentina. Oh my God. Um, it's so weird. Like, that song has been on my head, in my mind, and maybe I needed to say it here. All right, let's go above the Three of Swords. We have, well, hallelujah, we have the Nine of Cups. You know, and I feel like that's what this date is really talking about. First of all, it's nine, and it's you. It's your reflection, right? It's the energy that you're living in. You know, it's funny because it looks like she just found a treasure. This is exactly what the energy calls for, is the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups, that type of energy. And the Nine of Cups, it all starts with the Nine of Cups. And that is, you know, harmony within. It's like when I have harmony within, I have harmony without. It's interesting how she's like, they look like bowls, or maybe they're treasure chest. I don't know. There may be something that someone creates. Again, the Empress, very creative energy, male or female, doesn't matter. Um, because I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, who's ever in this Nine of Cups, it's like I kind of found my treasure. Not only that, but I feel like she's very aware that this is, you know, this is like a universe. You know, I want to say universal blessing, but truth be told, it's a nine. So there had to be reflection, right? What was the reflection on? Well, look one card back, the eight of cups, the emotional house, right? Whatever this three of swords was, it's the freeing of that. And I feel like, you know, if I've lost a mother, your mother does not want you to be, your mother wants you to live. And that's exactly what she's doing in the Nine of Cups. Remember, this is about trusting the universe. Nine of Cups, I feel like she's completely trusting the universe. She's open. She's opening herself up. All right, let's go right below. We have the Ten of Pentacles. All right. So I feel like this could be talking about family in this Ten of Pentacles. Something happened within this family. Um, you know, that put you in the Three of Swords type of energy. But nonetheless, I want you to remember you end up in the Nine of Cups. This could be a split. I feel like this Three of Swords is like a period of time and then let's go. All right, let's keep going. Let's look above the Empress. Well, there's that Eight of Cups. You know why the Empress is able to, like, truly give birth to her ideas and have these epiphanies? It's because she's so open to the universe. She's not carrying the energy of the past. we're really not meant to. We're meant to have the, like, the 9 is the chapter, let's say. And it should be like the final reflection before I'm ready to close the door on that. Excuse me. I feel like there's some of you who, as you sleep, healing has been taking place. I also feel like, listen, I don't know if you're having dreams, but I feel like ideas, epiphanies, what's the word? There's a special word I'm looking for. Anyways, you may wake up with like half the idea. Write down what you remember, and I feel like it will reveal itself to you. This may be a direction, but also I feel like part of this healing process. Why? Why would it happen at night when I'm sleeping? It's probably my soul healing, because maybe my humanness is refusing. She definitely looks like she's taking a fit in that 3 of Swords. Maybe she got reason. I mean, I'm sure she got reason. Okay, let's keep going. Well, with the Star. Um, and that's exactly what this energy should be. It should be magical. It should feel magical. The Star is about your dreams and your wishes coming to fruition, not just like dreaming about them, but them actually coming to fruition. You know, I feel like we always got to remember that we have to do our own part. I have to be able to clear, the emotional house when it's time. It's so funny. I saw this the other day in a reading where it's like she has this bowl and she's burning um, all those negative emotional thoughts that or thing whatever she wrote them on paper and now she's burning them, and it's like she's walking away. And it's so interesting because when I did that reading, and it was either the soulmate reading or the twin flame reading, that night I was watching something, and that's exactly what they were doing. What was I was watching something, and that's what they were doing. And I just thought to myself, well, there you go. And what was it? Because I was hoping like you were also, like a lot of you were watching it. Anyway, the Star is a card of Aquarius, by the way. We have the 5 of Cups. Well, 5 of Cups. First of all, it's a 5. I don't know why my voice just shook, but it's a 5. And 5 speaks of change, right? If we're gonna pay tribute to the 2s, right, which is about love and harmony and all that, then we got to pay tribute to all of them, right? And 5 is the opportunity to make a change in one's life that will definitely expand them. The 5 of Cups is where my focus is on all that I have lost, all I have lost, and not all that is yet to be discovered. That's what the 5 wants you to do. It wants you to not focus upon all you have lost. It's not hard to get into the woe is me type of energy, and many of us, it's like we deserve it for a minute, but just let it be a minute. Because I feel like, I don't know, there's more. In the 5 of Cups, it talks about 2 cups that still exist, still have yet to be discovered within this person's energy. I have to make that choice, though, right? I have to decide what I'm going to focus on. Somebody definitely could have broken my heart, no doubt. Um, But I feel like you can get over it. And I'm only saying that because sometimes I feel like, how do I say? It's like, we wouldn't leave the bar. We wouldn't leave the bar um, if they didn't turn the damn lights on, right? We would have stayed longer. But we've had plenty. I don't know why I'm talking about that. It reminds me when I was young and, during my bar days, and I remember they'd say last call for alcohol, and we'd all, we'd get like three, 3 drinks each, trying to beat the system. Not really. Okay, anyways, look at this. Look at that. That Ace of Swords has a 5 above it and now 5 below it. What's interesting though is in both of these energies, if the person in it would refocus their energy, their intention, everything could change for them. Because in here also, what is she doing? Her head is down, right? She had some type of tower moment. Something happened. This is often the energy of feeling thrown out in the cold. But we can't just stop and do nothing. I almost feel like we can't afford to. But, and I feel like when one door closes, another door opens. Sometimes we got to look for that key. Well, this key is being illuminated. It's being illuminated. The world's saying that there's the door. There's the door. Some of you, I feel like it's almost like an answered prayer. But these 5s, this is up to you. These are the changes that you have to decide. Do I? 5 also speaks of grace. Okay, let's keep going. Let's fill out the block. We have the 7 of Cups. And underneath, we have the Hangman. Kind of feels like the universe is saying, how can we let you in? No, that's not true. It's you. Change is hard. But that's where you find your power. The Empress didn't become the Empress overnight. The Empress has walked the path, at least to me, has walked the path of all the queens, good and bad, right? Good and bad. But she chose to look at life as, how do I say this? I feel like she knows now. There's nothing she cannot handle. There's nothing she cannot handle. It's interesting, but many of you know I've lost a son. And I worried for years and years and years and years over him, extreme worry, that I would lose him. And then that's exactly what happened. Now, I'm not saying it's because of my worry. I'm saying it because if I can go on living when I thought that I couldn't, you can too. Let's look on the bottom of the deck. We have the Hermit, card of Virgo. You know, I don't say this very often, but I am a Virgo. And sometimes I do feel like the Hermit. Like I'm bringing just, you know, collective wisdom. Many of you already have this wisdom. It's just like a reminder. So what is the Hermit doing? The Hermit is like a timeout, right? The Hermit is you know, the Hermit has been in the dark night of the soul. The Hermit goes into the cave, right? Not afraid to ask those big questions. Like, why? You know, as the Hermit's reflecting upon his or her life, they're having more, the Hermit's having more and more understanding. You know, I feel like the Hermit is living this human life, right? It's very grounded energy. This is about, you know, the Hermit, I feel like ultimately becomes the master teacher. It's about shining that wisdom outward. And look at that, the Knight of Pentacles right under it. Six of Cups right under that. Oh, we're not even going to get into that. You know, Six of Cups is a little buried. So, for some of you could speak about love, right? Like a love has ended. It ended against your wishes from the 10 to the 5. But that doesn't mean, again, life has ended. You know, I feel like the Hangman is also saying, like, don't spend a lot of time. The Hangman is trying to find wisdom for his or her next step. Like, give me the wisdom, right? In this in this physical plane. Like, help me in this physical earthly world, right? But using my spirituality at the same time. The Hangman and the Seven of Cups is mirroring each other, and the Seven of Cups is, you know, having a hard time making a decision about anything. It can feel chaotic, right? I often feel like in the Seven of Cups, I'm like, well, you know, it seems like every cup that I choose is bright and shiny when I choose it, and then, you know, quickly it becomes tarnished. You know, I don't know. I feel like all of a sudden saying, like, for as many bad people that's out there, so are there good. So are there good. Sometimes we're with bad people, and sometimes we're with good people. And when I say they're bad people, maybe they just haven't gained the wisdom yet. Doesn't mean they won't. All right, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. And, boy, there's a lot of cups in the top line. 9 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 7 of Cups. 7, 8, 9. All right, let's just look at the top line. Actually, I feel like we need to start at the Three of Swords. Look at that. Sun. The sun. When I went to pick up the deck, it's the only one that wouldn't come with me. The sun will be out tomorrow. We have the High Priestess. This is your intuition. Don't forget, that's what 22, this whole year is 22. Expansion, harmony, intuition. It's funny, she's taking the same pose. They're taking the same pose. Look at that. They both have the same pose. Completely open. I know there's a glare. I apologize, but I don't know how to fix it yet. I know people said shoot over, but it's like I don't have the money for all that yet. It'll come. Well, speaking of, we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. This could be some type of communication that comes in. This knight is definitely coming in. He doesn't look like he's from the past coming back. It looks like it's something that's coming in. Again, it could be communication. It's funny because it's coming over the Eight of Cups. And it's like, boom. Like, I have this emotional clarity. And then the Knight of Swords, right? Something that comes in that helps you. Something that, you uniquely feel. Here is the Ace of Swords. We have Judgment. Kind of turned itself around yet. I feel like the only reason it turned itself around was because for some, you're not listening to your spirit guides. Like, I'm afraid to make it in the world alone, but you're not alone. You're far from alone. But I feel like you're not listening. You don't have to be a psychic to connect. Don't think that. Judgment is about a call to attention. It's coming over the Five of Cups, and again, where's my focus? On all I have lost. Wow. This is your spiritual team saying, this is coming back to the present moment. That's how you guarantee that you will see your signs. They'll come in all different kinds of ways. Numbers, songs. You'll know. Don't second guess it. Just be like, give it a little nod. We have the Fool. So we're taking a leap. We're going to do it. We're about to do something. The Fool is the inner child. The Eight of Cups tells me that that many of you do clear this emotional energy. You stop carrying it around. And I feel like, and then there's freedom. We're going to take a leap. We're going to give it a try. The Fool doesn't drag the past into the future. Maybe I realize that the reason I can never trust these cups is because of because I stayed within this emotional hurt, relationship after relationship, emotion, you know, like I expected it, therefore I found it. And maybe now I have a different way of looking at things, a different, you know, I feel like the Nine of Cups is perfect energy. Like, I have no doubt the Ten of Cups will show up. You know, whether we see the card or not, I have no doubt that, I don't know. I just have no doubt. All right, we have the Eight of Cups. You know, it's coming over the Three of Swords. And again, I shouldn't laugh because I totally understand this energy. Stop living in the Three of Swords energy. Don't allow it to affect the rest of your life. You're a co-creator here. It takes you. You need to be a part of this. That's what eights talk about. I feel like it's self also. It's about new beginnings. Allow yourself to have new beginnings, new adventures. Well, Knight of Pentacles made its way out. Different deck. That's right, different deck. Right over the Empress. You know, I often feel the Knight of Pentacles is your guardian angel. It's your guardian angel. And I feel like with Judgment, you know, it takes your guardian angel to, first of all, angels. Maybe I should say it in a different way. Let's just put it this way. This is very special energy. I feel like this is coming like from my top guide. This is about something that's coming into your physical world. This can talk about time. You know, I'm seeing all these nines. It can definitely talk about time, chapters, that type of thing. But maybe this is a new chapter. It's funny how, again, in the Eight of Cups, like the minute I make that choice, that decision, there's a knight. Here it is here. I make that choice and make the decision. Here's a knight. Do I think this knight is bringing you anything other than joy and harmony? I don't, because it's coming over the Nine of Cups and the Empress. It's like I just wanted to take right off the top. We have the Page of Wands. You know, I feel like, first of all, Wands is about action. And I feel like it's a page because I feel like it's more about giving yourself a chance in all things, not just love, but also love. It's like step by step. I want to say for as much water as here, so is Pentacles. Look at that. Look at that. And look what it's coming over. Oh. The World. I mean, come on, guys. You know, the Ace of Cups is about unconditional love. I feel like the Fool over the Seven of Cups, like I'm afraid to pick a cup. Well, here is the cup. It's like this cup. It cannot be denied. Like, you know, like it's like bigger than all the other cups. And the Fool decides to take a leap into it. Look at that. The Ace of Cups exists within this next portal, whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not. You know, but free will is always yours. The Fool can decide not to leap. But here, the Fool's taken a leap. Where they all face up. First of all, we have the Ten of Pentacles coming over the Ten of Pentacles. You know, what's interesting is it's like at one time there was this Ten of Pentacles, right? It existed. It's here. But the Five of Pentacles is also here. So it's like half of what was. And I feel often what was feels like it was taken is replaced. Here is the Ten of Pentacles. Again, following this Ace of Cups. This can talk about family, starting a family. Some of you, it's your wish to start a family. This may be the time. Maybe, you know, maybe it wasn't with the right person. I don't know. We have the Page of Cups. You know, I feel like the Page of Cups is about finding the self again. Definitely emotional. This is about it, like finding my emotional self again, not allowing the past emotions to affect my future. The Page of Cups is where you're allowing yourself to experience. You're beginning to opening up. You're beginning to open up. You know, the Nine of Pentacles, when does it come? It always comes at the right time. Not before, not after. Like, I don't know, for some people, maybe it sits there for the rest of someone's life because someone never takes any leaps. I never take a leap. How can I expect change? We have the Seven of Wands. And then we have the Magician. So, first of all, I just want to say the Hangman with the Magician, I feel like, especially with the Fool up here, I definitely feel this is your movement, right? The Magician, it's about the manifester, the infinity, as above, so below. The tools that you, the Fool, already possesses. You know, the Magician is like, to me, really, the Fool's teacher. And I feel like it's needed more in the emotional house than anything else. So that is where it's at. But the Magician is the Fool's teacher. It's the first person that the Fool comes upon. The Magician says to the Fool, I just want to remind you, you have all these tools, right? These are all the tools of your wisdom, of past lives, past years, all that. That is what you carry with you, right? That's what's within you. The rest, you let go. Wow. You know, I don't know. Connections. Will there be connections? Well, the Ace of Cups coming over the world tells me yes, there will be. Where there be relationships. The Fool kind of tells me yes, that someone is willing. Like, you know, I'm going to take a leap into this. infinite possibilities. You know, it's interesting because the Seven of Wands is coming over the Five of Pentacles. And Seven of Wands is the energy of, it can be defensive energy, right? This is where I feel like I need to keep, like I need to defend myself. And, you know, whatever. It feels like it may have broken me. But the Five of Pentacles, to me, really talks about when I turn around, I pick up that lock, and I unlock that door, and I shut the door behind me. It talks about a period where soulmates, I feel like, are everywhere. You know, magical, let's say. It is, but it isn't. So, I don't know, guys, but I feel like whatever was taken, it will be replaced. It may look different. You know, it may be different. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing. I love that the Ace of Cups came over the world. Again, the world is the next chapter. Your spiritual team, right? Like, I need you here in the present moment. Why? Why? Because I want to help guide you. I want to help you. I mean, after all, that's why we were given spirit guides. I feel like the Three of Swords will not hold the weight that it did at one time. I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. I do want to read Inner Child, though. Mother Mary watches over all her children, including the child who always resides within each adult. This card comes to you as a reminder to care for your inner child who is crying out for attention. If you're only working and not having fun, this part of you begins to feel neglected and sad. This is a message for you to create time for amusement and play. Your inner child also craves attention. If you've been overly critical of yourself lately, he or she may feel shame or depression. Forgive yourself, as Mother Mary forgives you for what you think you've done or not done. Learn from any mistakes instead of holding on to self-destructive guilt. Right this moment, please reassure your inner child that you love him or her. And boy, do I feel like that was perfect. I feel like that is directly from your spiritual team. It's like, you know, for some, I feel like you may have given up, but they have not given up on you. You know, again, just the date that I'm doing this reading on, I feel like that's what it's talking about in this portal. I feel like this is the beginning. The Fool would speak, this is the beginning. Judgment, the present moment. The Magician, your ability to create. You were seeking that anyway. Well, here it is. This Ace of Cups, which is unconditional love, by the way, in this next chapter. And again, I feel it in all different forms. Like, I may meet someone who becomes like my like confidant, you know, like my best friend. I may find the right people to collaborate with. You know, I definitely feel a lot of you are falling in love. And I'm sorry for those who may be falling out. But perhaps, just perhaps, again, I feel like whatever feels like it was taken, this is replaced. And I just have to kind of let go and trust the universe. Because again, it may feel different, it may look different, but it has those same type of roots. This could be like a forever type of thing. Again, the year of the lovers. This may be like a call, two soulmates, two twin flames. Get out of these fights. Make the changes necessary. Do it with a sense of grace. And then be open, right? It doesn't mean, like, the Fool was the beginning. And I feel like, if I, like, accidentally end up with the wrong person type of thing, quickly I will know that. As long as I'm in the present moment, quickly. But listen, with the star down here at the same time, so this is about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes, right? Coming to fruition, right? But you have to be, like, you have to be the co-creator of this. Again, the Ace of Cups. Why is the Ace of Cups? Well, we have the Hermit on the bottom. Maybe this just means that you have had that final reflection. The Hermit is the final reflection. So, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm thinking, like, what am I going to name this? It's like the title to me is important because, like, in a few words, I have to try to figure out how to get, those who are meant to see this reading. I have to get you here. Now, I definitely trust my guides, but it's just, I always find interesting, like, how do I describe, like, let's say, I don't know how long the reading is. Let's say it's probably, oh my God, it's almost an hour. Holy crap. How do I explain that in a few words? So, I think your comments kind of do that, truth be told. So, that's just a worry. I gotta stop. Alright, guys, I love you. I realized how much time this reading was. I did not, that was not my intention, but maybe that's just what was needed. And I'm okay with that. So, anyways, I love you guys. I thank you for spending your time with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I really appreciate the thumbs up if you liked the video. If you didn't, I'm sorry. But if you didn't, you're probably still not here. Thank you for anyone who's new and subscribing. Welcome. And those who have been with me. Just all subscribers. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like we're one big soul family, and more just keep coming. So anyways, here you go. Here is the next portal. Boom. And it has the Ace of Cups on it. Boom. Do you take the leap? Do you not? Your spiritual team, I feel like whatever you decide, they're saying if I don't get you to this present moment, it's not going to even matter. So, I don't know. You have a lot of strong, loving energy on this board. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. Anyway, I thank you guys. I will see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.